Chapter 9. The Choice of Paths. Marcus woke to the sound of cheering and rough laughter. He rolled from his bedroll, squinting in the early morning light that filtered through the canvas of their makeshift shelter. The refugee camp bustled with activity. Families packing their meager belongings, soldiers checking equipment, and somewhere nearby the distinctive sounds of a wrestling match. He pushed aside the canvas flap and stepped outside immediately, spotting the source of the commotion. A circle of soldiers had formed around two figures grappling in the center. One was a lean soldier in leather armor. The other was Big Tom, shirtless and grinning despite the sweat streaming down his face. Tom moved with surprising grace for his size, his enhanced strength evident in every controlled movement. The soldier wrestling him was clearly skilled, but Tom's combination of raw power gave him a decisive advantage. With a final burst of speed, Tom swept his opponent's legs and pinned him to the ground. The circle of soldiers erupted in cheers and good-natured ribbing. Tom extended a massive hand to help his opponent to his feet, both men laughing as they clasped forearms in the traditional warrior's greeting.
"That's 3 in a row, farm boy. You got something special there."
Marcus recognized the grizzled veteran from their journey, one of Commander Kane's most trusted men.
"Just been practicing what you taught me, sir."
"Practicing? Son, you've been training for what, 2 weeks? Most of these lads have been drilling for years."
He gestured at the defeated soldier who was nursing his pride along with bruised ribs.
"Alex here is a 5-year veteran."
"Never felt strength like that, Sarge. It's like trying to wrestle a bear."
"That's what I'm talking about. You've got the spark, boy, and you should learn to use it proper. You should consider joining up once we reach the capital."
"Join up with who, sir?"
"Lord Hammond's provincial forces. Good men, honest leadership, and they fight for something that matters. None of this Royal Guard nonsense. Bunch of pampered city boys who wouldn't know real combat if it bit them in the arse."
"Morning, Sergeant. You're trying to recruit my cousin?"
"Morning, Marcus. Your cousin's got talent. Real talent. Be ashamed to waste it on farming when there's fighting to be done."
I'll ask Marcus. What do you think?"
Marcus studied his cousin's face, seeing the mix of pride and uncertainty there. Tom had always been strongest when he had clear direction, simple goals to work toward.
"There might be good options in the capital. Schools, academies, different kinds of training. We should look around first before making any decisions."
"Yeah. Marcus always thinks these things through proper."
"Thinking's good, but don't think too long. War's coming whether we're ready or not, and men like your cousin could make the difference. You keep practicing, boy, and if you change your mind, find me. Lord Hammond's always looking for soldiers with both strength and honor."
"What do you really think?"
"I think that you and I could be good partners in whatever we do. Your strength, my ideas. We could build something together, but let's get to the capital first. See what's available, then decide."
"Partners? Like real business partners?"
"Why not? You've got abilities most people don't, and I've got plans that could use someone I trust completely. Besides, someone's got to keep me from getting too clever for my own good."
"That's what family's for. All right, we'll wait and see what the capital has to offer. But Marcus?
"Yeah?"
If things don't work out and the kingdom really needs defending, I might want to help."
"When the time comes, we'll figure out the best way to help. Together."
The conversation was interrupted by the sound of horns, the signal to break camp and resume their journey. Around them, the refugee caravan began its daily transformation from temporary village to moving column. Families loaded their possessions onto carts. Soldiers checked their equipment, and the organized chaos of 2,000 people preparing to travel filled the morning air.
"Come on, let's get our things together."
They spent the next hour helping pack the family's belongings and securing their livestock for the day's march. Marcus's grandfather moved slowly but steadily, his weathered hands still capable despite his age. The twins, Tim and Tam, had appointed themselves official keepers of the family's chickens, a responsibility they took with 9-year-old seriousness. As the caravan began to move, Marcus and Tom found themselves walking near the rear of the column, tasked with helping any families who fell behind. Commander Kane had positioned his most reliable soldiers at the back, men who could be trusted to protect the vulnerable and ensure no one was left behind. The morning air was crisp, and the rhythm of walking soon settled into a comfortable pace. Marcus found his mind wandering to the future, to the possibilities that awaited them in Drakmore. Sister Cora had mentioned academies, scholars, resources for unusual talents. There would be markets, guilds, opportunities for someone with modern knowledge and a strong partner.
"Marcus, What kind of business do you think we could start?
I'm not sure yet. Depends on what the capital needs, what resources are available, but I'll get some ideas brewing.
Blah, blah, what?
Soap was just the beginning. There are dozens of things people need that could be made better, faster, cheaper, construction techniques, farming improvements, maybe even basic machinery.
And you think my strength could help with that?
Tom, in my reading about other places, I've learned that strength and intelligence working together can accomplish incredible things. We just need to find the right application.
I like the sound of that. Building things instead of just fighting.
Though if fighting becomes necessary, I'd want you on our side.
They walked in comfortable silence for a while, the steady rhythm of the march and the weight of their possessions creating a meditative quality to the journey. Around them, other refugees struggled with similar decisions. What to do in a new city, how to rebuild their lives, how to survive in uncertain times. By evening, when they made camp for the night, Marcus had filled several pages of his bark paper with notes and sketches. Plans for products that could be made with medieval materials, business models that could work in a guild-based economy, partnerships that might benefit both parties. Tom watched him work by firelight, occasionally asking questions, but mostly content to sharpen his sword and practice the transmutation exercises Sergeant Harwick had taught him. The simple, steady companionship felt right to Marcus. Complementary strengths working toward common goals.
With you planning and me lifting, how hard can it be?
Famous last words.
But as he drifted off to sleep, Marcus felt optimistic about their prospects. The capital would bring challenges, but it would also bring opportunities. With Tom's strength and his own knowledge, they could build something worthwhile together. The question was, what would they wake up to find? Marcus Chen jolted awake to the insistent buzz of his phone alarm and the horrifying realization that he had a chemistry midterm in exactly 2 hours.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
He scrambled out of bed while his brain tried to process the abrupt transition from medieval campfires to fluorescent dorm lighting. His body still ached from yesterday's walk alongside the evacuation column, his muscles protesting the sudden shift from physical labor to academic panic.
Dude, you're up! I was starting to worry. You've been sleeping like the dead for 10 hours straight.
Midterm. How did I forget about the midterm?
Because you've been weird and distracted for weeks? Also, you talk in your sleep now? Something about wagons and bandits? Pretty atmospheric.
I talk in my sleep?
Yeah, it's like listening to someone narrate a medieval documentary. Pretty entertaining, actually. Jake recorded some of it for you.
You, what?
Just the funny parts. Listen to this.
Jake hit play and Marcus heard his own voice thick with sleep. Tom, the oxen are getting loose again. No, wait. That's not an ox. That's Professor Harrison in a chemistry apron, and he's asking about molecular bonds, but the bandits are coming and…
Delete that. Delete it right now.
Come on, it's hilarious. You sound like you're living in some epic fantasy novel while doing homework.
Delete it. Jake.
Fine, fine. But seriously, you've been having the most elaborate stress dreams. Are you sure you're okay?
Just processing a lot of information. College stress, you know.
20 minutes later, Marcus sat in Professor Wilson's chemistry classroom, staring at a midterm exam that should have been terrifying but felt almost absurdly simple. After spending subjective weeks worrying about literal survival questions about molecular structures and chemical reactions seemed wonderfully straightforward.
Mr. Chen, you're working enthusiastically today.
Sorry, Professor. Just really concentrated today.
No need to apologize. It's refreshing to see such engagement. Your approach to these synthesis problems is particularly creative, almost like you're thinking about practical applications rather than just theoretical knowledge.
I try to think about how chemistry works in the real world.
After the exam, Marcus walked across campus with Jake and Tyler, his mind already shifting back toward Valdres' concerns. What was happening with the caravan today? Had they made good time? Were they safe?
Earth to Marcus. You're doing that thing again where you stare off into space like you're receiving transmissions from another dimension.
Sorry. Just thinking about the exam.
Dude, you crushed it. I could practically see the confidence radiating off you. Hey, speaking of confidence, want to celebrate by helping me with a stream tonight? I'm doing a strategy game tournament, and chat keeps asking when the smart guy's coming back.
Maybe. Actually, you know what? Yes. But can we focus on defensive strategies tonight? Like how to protect a group when you're outnumbered?
That's oddly specific.
Just thinking about asymmetric warfare theory. It's fascinating stuff.
Dude, yes! There's this whole meta developing around survival tactics when you're the underdog. Chat will love it.
As they reached their dorm, Marcus felt something he hadn't experienced in weeks. The stakes in the real world were low. The midterm had gone well, his friendships felt solid, and somehow his Valdris experiences were making him better at both strategic thinking and practical problem-solving. Maybe, just maybe, he could succeed in both worlds.